Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today we are reacting to the Pokemon battle that broke the fan base. This is from a channel named Wheezy, and if you like Pokemon, I do a lot. I collect the cards and all that jazz, but I never really could get into the anime, and he explains it so well. I've seen a couple of his videos before, but I haven't seen this one, and yeah, let's just jump straight into it. I don't know if you guys remember around this time how many people were in an uproar, but it was crazy. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. And yeah, let's just jump in.
The contents behind this smoke are about to throw the global Pokemon audience into the biggest internet uproar in franchise history. On one end we have Alon, the Megamon mercenary who's been convinced that it's either become the best or his loved ones are cooked. And on the other hand we have Ash.
Just real quick, let's talk about how good Alon's design is. I love his design. It's so clean, and it's also not like over the top. I just really like the design of it.
GOAT for 19 years at this point. 0 major trophies in his first finals appearance ever, equipped with his strongest regional ace and its prophesized transformation. Victory's never been this within grasp for our GOAT, and
Ash be having more L's than Krillin, by the way.
It all comes down to whether he can just win one more battle. Welcome to the Kalos Trilogy finale. Now, stakes this high aren't created within a single 20-minute episode. They're built off the backs of dozens, if not hundreds of episodes prior, and everything leading up.
That's also why, even as a kid, I never could get into the show, is just because it felt like pure filler.
To now is why millions of Pokemon fans globally were tuned in on August 18, 2016 to this final climax. So to truly feel the gravity of what's at stake, allow me to provide you with some much needed context. Starting with, why the fuck is Alon even in this bitch in the first place? Now we've already covered Bro at length, but to catch you up to speed, he's a man on a mission to collect energy from battling Mega Evolved Pokemon because his totally not evil boss said so, and his makeshift little.
Also, just in general, the X and Y designs are amazing. I forgot how cool and just sick looking Lysander looked himself.
Sister's partner Pokemon needs it to wake up from a coma, allegedly. So how the hell does a man on this urgent of a mission find himself in a Kalos League final against a trainer that doesn't even have a Mega Pokemon? Well, for this, there's one person and one person only.
I don't even remember how, to be honest, because I think I caught a little bit of it, but yeah.
Bonnie, walk with me, gang. Now you may be thinking it must have been Ash that attracted this matchup, and you'd be partially right. This man loves attracting demons. Niggas see this man and start licking their lips ready to dethrone him. He's never been in a throne, but people would
That is so true. The strongest trainers will come out of the woodwork just to beat Ash when he is literally probably one of the worst championship players of all time. My man cannot lock in when it's time to go. Yeah, he could battle legendaries, but when it's time to lock in, bro's cooked.
Happened here. Last these two met, Alon had just finished whooping the ketchum out this man, and Ash fell unconscious from the physical strain of holding that bond phenomenon. And after bro heals up a bit, he uttered the words, "I'll train hard to get strong enough to beat you, and then I'll win the Kalos League." Pay close attention to this sentence. "I'll train hard to get strong enough to beat you, and then I'll win the Kalos League." Insinuating, let me master this form, run me my fate again, and then you go about your business, and I'll go about mine at the Kalos League. But Alon didn't bite, and I let out a sigh of relief. Until
you're gonna enter too, right, Alon?
Nah, this is why kids be yapping too much. Kids be the worst, dude.
The fuck are you doing? Whose side are you on? This is the only man in the region who could threaten Ash's league run, and you decide to open your Goldilocks mouth, even the way you asked. You're gonna enter too, right, Alon? As if it's obvious. Bonnie, you're not slick. You know what you need to enter the Kalos League? 8 gym badges. You know what your brother is? A gym leader. So if you've never seen this man at the Lumio City Rossclad gym, no fucking shit he's not entering the league, you Dedenne whispering runt. Stop giving him ideas. Now luckily,
Bro, and the fact that he literally had 0 gym badges is crazy work.
Unanswered with,
"I'm not really."
But he leaves the conversation with a mysterious 4 words after Ash talks about how great the league will be.
"It sounds like fun."
Call me delusional, but this sounds like a no to me. Like a, you have fun with that sort of thing. Plus, the league is 9 episodes away and he got no badges.
Yeah.
There's no damn way he could have even collected them all in time, right?
Because I remember that, like, growing up, like, bro had 0 gym badges.
right? And it is true that during these 9 episodes where Ash was fighting enemies, as well as his own demons, there was little to no indication that Alon changed his mind, let alone went through 8 gym leaders and registered for the league. But that's because he didn't do it in these episodes. The writers snuck it in a movie! Look at this nigga! Just casually facing Karina at the Shalor City gym. Neither of them have anything to do with—
A movie is insane work. Like, anyone following the story closely back in the day? Nah, I would have been livid.
the fucking movie. This is the early screen time. The narrator is casually using this battle as a prologue to the movie to explain what Mega Evolution is. And I'm looking around like, does no one else realize what the fuck this scene insinuates?
Not the Homelander
I couldn't even watch the
part.
fucking piece from all the anxiety.
Bro, that's
'Cause he
crazy.
is coming. And although the writers are sick in the head for not showing us the result of the match in the same movie, they do show us some aftermath in an episode before the league starts. And just peep how this nigga Alon was talking to Karina. Matter of fact, first of all, look how we did Lucario. Alright, here's your gym badge.
In all defense, Lucario's weak to I don't know what his friggin' name. Lucario's weak to Charizard because of the flying type in that Jess, and he's steel type. It's like 4 times weakness, so not that big of a deal. And plus, Karina's Lucario, I don't know if you remember, I think her name's Karina, I'm not quite sure, but her Lucario was just getting folded in all the, even in the newest, because I actually did watch some of Journey's, and she got folded so many times, it was crazy. Crazy work. Lucario, I feel so bad for my man.
Now that you've got 8, are you gonna enter the Kalos League? 8? She's supposed to be the 3rd. Yeah, GG, bro. He don't even care about the order. And then he
That's
goes,
crazy.
Yes, because there's a certain rat taming trainer that I have to squash. Okay, freak ass. The exit will be right behind you.
And don't get me started on his freaky little phone.
Oh nah, this is a sick nigga. All of y'all in this room should be held fucking liable, cause now there is a rabid smurfer on Ash's tail. And you might be wondering, Karina's an example of how Alon stacks against a trainer Ash has already faced, but what about the opposite? What happens when Ash faces one of Alon's ex-opponents? Well, after some digging, I found that in a different movie, Ash had a battle with Astrid, who you'll remember appeared briefly at the start of Alon's spin-off show, simply to showcase how utterly broken his Mega Charizard was. In Ash's case, to be fair, his battle with her lasted about as long as Alon's with Karina. The only difference was,
I lost.
all this being
So, like, first off, they be wild for sticking these in movies. But I give so much respect to Wheezy for going through all these movies and, I don't know how many episodes of the show. I think there's like 3 seasons, 50 episodes each. It's wild work.
said, when they both pulled up to the league, I ain't gonna say I was stressed, but I was starting to get a little bit shaky, you know what I mean? And their first conversation for show ain't help. Ash grabbed his attention and went, "So you made it. I guess you couldn't resist the idea of lifting that trophy, huh, Alon?" Trophy? I didn't know there was a trophy. No, I'm just
Bro
saying so I
didn't
can whoop
even
your
know
ass
there
again.
was a trophy.
I mean, hopefully I can get some Mega Evolution along the way for old Lysander and the Hedgehog, but nah, that's the main reason. Hey, I'll be seeing you. Don't fuck around and get eliminated now. Even sitting here now, you gotta experience
Oh, I
the
can't.
fireworks of a final. I am fucking terrified from hearing that shit. And what makes it worse is that he immediately shows us that he ain't all talk. They may have both made the finals, but there was not a single step along the way that Alon did not completely outclass Ash. After the matchups were settled in,
I know that ain't who I think it is.
we see Alon is matched up against Trevor, and they're about to kick off the tournament with a 3v3 spearheaded by a Mega Charizard versus Mega Charizard.
Isn't Trevor's like your rival in the game? Isn't Trevor just like trash though?
And let me just put it to y'all this way. Trevor's Charizard didn't land a hit. Alon dodged his first attack, splashed water to defend the second, dodged another Dragon Tail, parried a Fire Spin with Flamethrower, and when Trevor set his Charizard up flying above the smoke, this sick ass nigga looks up and smirks before saying,
Straight ahead, angle 53 degrees. Use flamethrower.
"I'ma stop you right
My
there."
man is calculating maths. Hey, first off, as a non-math user myself, I'm not great at math, never have been, never will be. But my boy is just throwing out some protractor, whatever, some calculator. Nah, this is crazy. Crazy work.
Big fella. Not a single protractor in sight, yet you spewing out degrees like my math professors. Calm your ass down. And so not only did Alon's Charizard not take a hit, but using the same sunlight that Trevor's Charizard put on the field with Drought, he landed a sun-boosted flamethrower that one-shot him. Holy shit. Holy shit. is
Charizard's
right.
a
And
fire
seeing as
type.
Alon was making quick work with Coconut Head, Ash cut to prepare for his own battle, because he was up next. And this is where we see the most annoying cutscene of this arc. Out steps this nigga Everett, a random bum who stepped to Ash as soon as he arrived near the arena, challenging him to a battle. And his whole thing is that he doesn't have 8 badges, and thus didn't qualify for the league, and now wants to beat.
So he's just trash. That's it? Oh, I didn't qualify for the league? That's it?
Beat Ash to prove that badges mean nothing. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? This dude needs to get a trigger warning job. And since Ash blew him off earlier and promised to face him next time, this stream sniping ass dick rider ganked him in the hallway right before his first playoff game. Ooh, nah, he dead about to get me tight. All these fucking lengths you're going to, you better at least send out something devious.
Not a furfrou. This Egyptian looking thing. Why do the furfrous look like that, by the way? I don't know.
Oh my god. With all due respect, on God's green earth, let a nigga with Tappion's hair to try and stick to me with one of these rich bitch poops.
Crazy work.
Oh god, they talk about me at PETA's HQ like fucking Voldemort. Ash obviously smacks the poodle out this dude before giving a quick speech about how he's gonna win the Kalos League, while Everett gets on his knees all emotional, pleading to Ash to win it for the trainers who didn't get a chance to make the league. Am I the only one that doesn't have sympathy for this dude?
Yeah, I don't get that either, because all bro is just saying is like, oh no, I was just bad, so win it for all the bad ones out there. Well, to be fair, Ash is the guy to do that, so.
This is just such a weird hill to stand on. Nigga, there's no prejudice here. If you don't got the badges, you ain't being discriminated against. Nigga, you suck! And the cherry on top is that all this bullshit was causing Ash to be late. And you may be thinking, damn, late already? Ain't Alon still battling? Don't be embarrassed if you ain't put the pieces together. But it was right under our noses the whole time. Because all the while Ash is dishing out thunderbolts and speeches, we see on the monitor in the back of this hallway that Alon is sweeping Trevor's Aerodactyl and Florges for the 3-0 win. This nigga is so demonic that he swept the first round before Ash could even make it from his seat to the battlefield. And while Alon's Charizard didn't get hit once, Ash's Greninja on the other hand, the first attack of the battle, my guy. Of course, he did win in the end with some mild cinema, I ain't gonna cap, but it was getting increasingly clear that there were levels to this shit, and those levels were.
And the fact Alon's just out here to just crush Ash. Didn't even know there was a trophy. Doesn't even want to be champ. And he's like, yeah, I'm just on that. You know, I blame Bonnie.
Soon gonna show themselves. So quarters are skipped over pretty heavily other than seeing how Lucha get his get back against Ash's Absol, but if there was ever a stark contrast between Ash and Alon's levels heading into the finals, it'd be from the semis. We already know what happened between Ash and Sawyer. That shit was no joke, and it came right down to the wire. Shit had Alon smirking once he seen Ash won. Like, alright, fine, we see you, bro. Not every day aura farming. Just take a seat. But Ash wasn't the only one.
Yeah, bro be literally walking in the halls just so the shadows get him right. Nah, aura farming's crazy.
Battling someone he was familiar with.
Ripo, no!
Oh my god, what happened to this nigga? My dog hasn't shaven in months. Even
Wait,
the eyebrows,
that's what
my
he used to
guy.
look like?
Fits crazier. There are more tats, more rope. Is your umbrella busted? Nah, my homie been on the streets, and it's all because of Alon. Ever since your ass did me dirty, I ain't been the same. I ain't shaved, I ain't showered, all cause of one little mistake. What an amateur. Charizard ain't no damn dragon type.
Nah, this is crazy.
They've been calling me the sorriest dragon tamer in pop culture. I'm even below Hiccup and Toothless, bitch ass. Do you know what that does to a nigga's mental? On guard, bitch. And although they
Being below How to Train Your Dragon cast is crazy work. Because, yeah, crazy work. That's all I'm going to say.
They didn't show us the full battle. When they flashed that scoreboard, I'd seen everything I needed to know. Remo down to his last mon, and Alon only having used his Metagross.
To be fair, he's got a Granbull, Bouffalant, the Croconaw, I think his name is, Pelipper. Rhyperior's good, and he's got I don't know what his last Pokemon
and
is.
Charizard. And that swirly eyed rock goblin tells us something even crazier. Alon smacked this thing with his Charizard before even Mega evolving, meaning he hugged that 4 times weakness to rock for the fuck of it. He is a bastard, I'll tell y'all, plain and simple. And once he did Mega for Remo's Garchomp Garchu, shit was even worse than their first matchup. I'm talking he grabbed this nigga out the Dragon Rush, tossed him into the sky, sauteed him with a not very effective flamethrower, and when Remo tried to retaliate with another Dragon Rush, Charizard simply Dragon Claw smacked that boy into the dirt. This is the last we see of Garchu.
That is embarrassing work.
And that is the last frame we ever see of Remo. Not even a handshake between these two, and Sycamore looked down upon him like, damn, we really lost this nigga. Like, if Sawyer's positive, confident, glazing attitude compared to this mess doesn't show you the different effect of these two have on people, I don't know what will. And with this, the roads to the finals converge at last, with both finalists giving their teams one last speech before the curtain call. Alon was like, all of our hard work leads up to this. The blood, sweat, sacrifice, as long as we execute the game plan, we'll be fine, and before you know it, Chespy will be healed. You're right, I know.
W speech.
Ash is preparing just as hard.
What do we want? To beat Alon.
Nah. Nah, this is crazy work.
1, 2,
Was his speech actually like this?
3, win!
Let's get to the battle, man. So we kick shit off with Pikachu and Tyranitar. We don't even know 4 of Alon's Pokemon at this point, but good to know he just casually leads with a pseudo-legendary with weather effects. Alright. Tyranitar used Dark Pulse, which Pikachu dodged, but after a rock fell into the river and caused a rain-like splash, Ash realized that, hey, water conducts electricity. So he Iron Tails the water to get Tyranitar all wet, then blasts it with Thunderbolt.
W play.
Yeah, smart cookie over here. He follows up with Electro Ball, but Tyranitar blocks it with Stone Edge and smashes it into shards towards Pikachu. That shit got some Stormtrooper aim until Ash got Pikachu to block back with Iron Tail.
Stormtrooper aim is
Tyranitar
crazy
closes it with
work.
Crunch, and Pikachu sticks his Iron Tail in his mouth until Tyranitar wagged him around and tossed him into the air, opening Pikachu up to acrobatically hit him with an Electro Ball from the sky. Yeah, big fella, your time has come.
An Electro Ball, isn't that like not very effective? I don't know. Pokemon types don't matter in the anime, but Tyranitar, really? A little bit of rain and he's out?
And your time has come to subscribe, if you want.
Great performance by the rat. That shit even had Clement tweaking. Buy the Zygardes! If he does that 5 more times,
But yeah, guys, subscribe to Wheezy.
he'll be the champion. Calm your giddy ass down, bro. What if though? And this is where Ash got a little too excited. When you knock out a Pokemon, we all know it's now on the opponent to switch first. But what does Ash do?
Alright, Pikachu, you can take a rest.
Ooh. And then when he sends out his Noivern, did this man just give me a free switch? Yeah, this is why we don't do that, big man. This one went as expected. Mismatch of fucking doom.
This is why
They came up
Ash
with a little
be-
bit of some back and forth.
Ash has some of the highest Pokemon IQ and then negative Pokemon IQ.
Polar Plonkers a little bit. Like people in Weavile use Double Team. Oh, look, Noivern got echolocation. He can find the real one. Maybe Noivern has a chance. Goofy. Weavile dodged his Dragon Claw and sprayed an Ice Beam till it caught his wing. You already know this little ice was enough to put man in the red. Then dove down on him with Night Slash for the knockout.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
he
just sack
was
one of
folded.
our few checks for the fucking Draconic Beast pulling up at the end. Dumbass. So as Ash is comforting Noivern, Hawlucha popped out like, El Drago, are you fucking good, Holmes? 'Cause, you know, they've been locked in since he was a bat. You know, real twin shit. Found his egg, taught him how to fly, scrapped his Zapdos together, and Ash said,
Alright, you're up next, buddy.
it's a good matchup, I know, but Ash, get a fucking grip of your team, lad, and to start
Yeah, like, it is good matchup, sure. But to just be like the one that came out to just check on his friend. Oh yeah, go in, bro. Go in. That's crazy work. Also, Hawlucha, one of the most underrated Pokemon Ash has ever had. From the episodes I did see, I loved Hawlucha from the start. Lucha Libre, he was sick.
Hawlucha can't land a hit to save his life, and Weavile freezes the river and gets him slipping. Ash then gets Hawlucha to do something interesting.
Stay right where you are.
Now, Hawlucha's always enjoyed battling by taking hits to start, and since there's already some impact absorption from sliding around, this is actually a perfect situation to do it. So Hawlucha starts heating up like he Gear 2 Luffy, and from that you already know. Fighting versus Dark Ice, barbecue chicken alert. Fair play, bruh. That's called knowing your players.
Is
man.
Weavile
Real
a
man
bird?
manager shit.
I didn't even know
Then
that.
Alon made an interesting choice. He replaced one Mon that's 4 times weakness beat to fighting with another. That's actually 3 in a row now. So Bishop starts with Thunder Wave, which is just crazy, because we really a coin flip away from that not doing shit in what would have been a cinematic ability reveal. But nope, he's got Unburdened in a world where nobody uses items. Chin's looking decent at first, but then as how Lucia's struggling to move, Alon pulled out a lethal combo. Dodging high jump kick, which is already enough to make somebody want to jump off a cliff. But then as Broski is probably just a mere tackle away from death, he says, "You gotta be a
Guillotine? That's like one of the, it's an insta KO, I'm pretty sure, and one of the craziest moves. He's not trying to send him to the Poke Center. He's trying to send him to the Gulag.
sick individual to bring any of these moves to a playoff match. And to risk that role while my man is already on his deathbed due to
Yeah, that's just pure
Both of them
pain.
will call their mons at this point and send out their birds. And this was just a good old-fashioned peak aerial battle. Hella clashes, hella chasing, hella nosedives, all coming together in a beautiful clash of sky attack and break. Surprise, surprise, a double knockout, officially making it even at 3 Pokemon left at halftime, with one that's already battled a little each. And get a load of the peanut gallery. All tied up, it's getting tricky. I got a parlay on Alon. After how he did me, I know it's gonna—
Word, same. If, imagine, like, they should really do that, like, genuinely. Pokemon, like, before the episode comes out, betting, that'd be crazy work.
hit. Fuck, my shit's already cooked. How the fuck did Norver not get a kill? Well, fun fact, Tierno, Ash has never beaten Alon in a battle.
I told you Ash don't bet on Ash.
Not too much of my ball now, sis. Just cause you spend your days with Timon and Pumbaa and don't know real battling, don't mean you come in here looping Ash with them bums. He gon' win this shit. My man. Ash then tells Alon that he wants to battle with
This video has me dying, bro.
everything he got. And for the first time since his lab days, we see him crack a smile and think to himself, wow, his fiery spirit just makes you want to obliterate him even more. Come on, bro. So next matchup is Pikachu and Metagross.
That's fair. Like, you ever be fighting someone and they just keep trying and you're just better than them? Okay, speaking of, I'm not talking about street fighting. I'm not a street fighter. I train, like, MMA and stuff. So, like, don't think I'm just out here challenging people. But you ever, like, be challenging someone and their heart is, like, so fun to crush the fight? Sorry. That's so out of pocket. My gosh. Just don't worry about me. I'd be wild sometimes. Don't worry about it.
Pikachu starts with that classic Thunderbolt, but Metagross agilities around, surrounding him, and slams him with a Metal Claw, before pelting him with another Rock Slide. Pikachu barely makes it out the rubble, but then Metagross uses a Meteor Mash that lands a direct hit, and sends him across the newly grassy map. Mind you, Pikachu's already put in work against Tyranitar, and now he got another Pseudo to deal with. Metagross then charges up another Meteor Mash, but Pikachu shuts that shit down with Electro Ball, which is OD crazy, because it left Alon looking like this. And I can't even blame him, because if I'm using agility and you're still doing damage with Electro Ball, you gotta be on some different shit. Pikachu then lands on him and slams the Thunderbolt that dead lasted like 20 seconds. I ain't seen shit like this since Drake's Dragonite, bro. Eventually, Metagross is able to shake him off, but this rat is 1 of 1 in the air, bro, and brings down the ham.
Very true. 90% of Pikachu's wins comes from the air. My guy's basically a flying type at this point.
With an Iron Tail for the knockout. 2 knockouts from—
Oh, and by the way, why is Pikachu sometimes a star athlete? He's like the best to put in, and then other times he's losing to a Surskit. Yep.
Rat and beating a Metagross with Iron Tail of all moves, that is phenomenal. Ash, you are moving me.
Oh, we love it, and I think I deserve it.
But Alon shut the excitement in the arena down real quick with his next Mon. It's the first we've seen these two face off, and Pikachu gets it cooking early with a nice quick attack. Yes, sir, right to the belly. Then he hits a Thunderbolt while Charizard still hasn't Megaed. That's big, super effective
Nah, Charizard's in the medium, bro. He's in the yellow. Has to be.
damage. Come on, man. Ash tries to instruct another quick attack, but my man just can't get up, bro. He's tired. Charizard launches a flamethrower, but Pikachu slams an Iron Tail at the ground to block it. They then clash with Dragon Claw and Iron Tail, but you know what? Standing ovation for you today, Pikachu.
Yeah, there's Pikachu be going out there. He was slinging dimes, dude. Better than any of the Pokemon we've seen so far. Gotta respect him.
pseudo legendaries and body bags and early damage on the ace, you got yours, my brother. And now Ash is in a pretty blessed position. 2 unused Mons versus 2 beaten up ones on Alon's side. And out comes Gudra, causing Alon to switch to Bishop. This is how you switch, by the way, my nigga.
Don't mind me, but I'm better rain on your parade.
Faces. Which is perfect because with Gudra's ability, it means he can't get paralyzed by Bishop's Thunder Wave. So then
that's pretty
Gudra
good.
uses Ice Beam, but Bishop dodges and goes for Iron Head. Gudra then grabs him with his antennae and tosses him before Dragon Pulsing, but Bishop counters it with Focus Blast. Bishop then hits a direct Iron Head and another Focus Blast, but Ash has him tank it while using Bind. Alon then has Bishop get around it for another powerful Iron Head, and then Gudra releases the Bind. Shit was so sick.
Jeez, yeah, nah. He's cooked. He's out. He's knocked out.
Cinema that Gudra's homies back home were even watching it from the reserve. But somehow, Bisharp has still not fainted. He comes in for another powerful Iron Head that Ash was too stunned to respond to, and while he's on the ground, Ash desperately instructs another Dragon Pulse. But it's too late.
Not another guillotine. This is a sicko. This is a crazy person. Sociopath. Nah, bro. Nah. He's not trying to send Ash's Pokemon to the Pokemon Center. He's a devious man.
Is a devastating swing in momentum, ladies and gentlemen. Bisharp now has 2 kills his damn self. And Gudra, the man who beat Luxray, the man who Ash pulled out of retirement for this league, the man who's here when Ash admitted to
Came out of retirement? Jeez. So they could have gotten anyone. Ash, I didn't know that Ash's Gudra wasn't like on his team at the time. We literally brought back like Michael Jordan, but he was past his prime. It was like Shaq in his later years. If you're a basketball fan, you'll get the reference.
Professor Oak could send me one.
essentially here instead of guys like Infernape, Charizard, or Mega Charizard counters like Crocodile, now leaves the league.
Infernape would have been crazy work. He would have took down the Bisharp.
Sawyer. My guy was thrown into a battle against the Slurpup and barely managed to draw. And at this point, I'm starting to realize something very peculiar. Alon's team is connected in a way you may not expect.
Gudra, by the way, must have been past his prime. If he was taking out people earlier on in the series and he came out getting a double knockout with a Slurpup and then, yeah. Nah, Gudra's stock fell down. Gudra's fell off.
Theory mode, you gotta take the wheel. Now, this is the first time we've seen Alon's full team. We know he got Charizard back at the lab,
okay,
but Metagross, Tyranitar, Unfezant, Weavile, and Bisharp. None of these Pokemon are native to Kalos. Stick with me now. And I thought, maybe through his travels he found them around, but I fear it was something far less natural. All of these Pokemon are available in XY via the Friend Safari, the Safari Zone system that relied on having 3DS friend codes added. Y'all may say coincidence, but I'm not. This man, Alon,
whose Safari is he going to?
ain't just a cold-hearted trainer. He is an industry plant. This man don't got any friends nor connections to be pulling all these mods from. But who does have a lot of connections? Bingo. Y'all seen the way he smooth talked Steven. Whose friend Safari you think had the Matang? Duh. He's setting up the same type of operations in Sinnoh, Johto, and Unova, bruh. Cause this is an outrageous team. An Unfezant.
Alon put this team last minute. He was like, Lysander, get me some guys. Lysander threw him out there. That's actually wild.
With Steel Wing, seriously, y'all saying it's a TM, I'm saying it's an egg move. Bisharp should not be moving like Prime LeBron, but with 2 guaranteed perfect IVs, shit, it could. Come on, bro.
Yeah, why is that's a good question. Why is this Bisharp looking saucy? He's looking crazy.
Bro, he put this team together last week. Get right for you.
He's also murdering
people. So now
people.
at last it was Greninja time, and he settled my nerves immediately.
I'll never forget it. He's super tall, bro, and like it's super intimidating when he has so many bodyguards around him. And
Not
he
the
came in,
Andrew
I was so
Tate.
nervous, but when he stuck his hand out and smiled, I felt safe.
You give this demon water frog that rain boost, and you get what you expect. Bisharp comes in, but with some elusive double teams and a boosted water shuriken, he finally puts this fucker in the dirt.
It's about damn time.
And
good job.
again,
Good job.
Charizard returns to the fray, and this is the finale we've all been waiting for. Both run at each other. Flamethrower into a Greninja dodge, and with the raid still up, I'm sat here like Ash. Hit him with the water shuriken. It's time. The belly's exposed.
I actually just realized that. Why does Charizard like have such a big belly? Like no shaming, of course, but you know what I mean. Maybe put him in the gym a little bit.
You know, I really wanted to cover this battle without poking fun at the obvious why run cut on Greninja, because I've seen Cut put in that work. But why the fuck are we wasting the rain? What's the point? You had this fat ass
Bro,
Mega
I
for
just
the taking.
realized.
He has a Mega to neutralize the super effectiveness, and you use Cut. I can use Cut. Oh, look at me, Charizard's beware, I'm armed. And now the clouds are gone. Are you tapped?
Nah.
In my room looking up rain dances, begging for it to come back, bro. So obviously it's emergency time and they activate Ash Greninja. Sycamore's admiring it, the crowd's admiring it, Team Rocket, even backdooring ass Lysander's giving a little steam. Alon responds with a transformation of his own and the stage is absolutely set. Greninja closes in and double teams, but Charizard sweeps through the face with Flamethrower. Greninja then flings a Water Shuriken, but Alon gets him to parry you with Dragon Claw. They then hand to hand with Aerial Ace and Dragon Claw. Pure blockbuster cinema that ends with Charizard edging it. Ash is feeling the pain, and Charizard follows up with another flamethrower. Greninja's able to barely protect himself with Cut. See, it's not all that bad. And Charizard then whips out
I do like the shurikens. I really enjoy how they do that. That's really cool.
Blastburn, but Ash gets in his bag, and Greninja Water Shurikens the ground with his own.
I meant kunai. Oh my gosh, my Naruto knowledge. I'm gonna look like such. Yeah, no, I'm not a casual fan of Naruto. I could out Naruto any of y'all, so shut up.
Aquatic Blastburn. Oh my word, you'll never see anything like this ever again. Greninja then sneaks his way through the steam to aerial ace him and heals him right on the dome. And we're treated with the final dialogue
Hit and miss jutsu.
before the deal is sealed. Ash, you real as fuck for showing me how to smile again. Whooping your shit is better than any therapy I've ever experienced. Your unbreakable spirit, it's like a free punching bag over and over. But this is it. I'm ending this shit now.
Alon, you're super cool, and your shiny Charizard is always a fun challenge. But
Nah, shiny Charizard is absolutely wild. But to be fair, that's probably what Ash said because Ash be doing things like that.
be a Pokemon master, so I have to win now.
They go for it again with Cut and Dragon Claw, then Thunder Punch versus Water Shuriken, and this combat is just absolutely intense. But then we all feel it. This is it. Greninja has gotten the best of him and has him staggering. Ash sees the opening through his eyes and gambles it all on this. A Water Shuriken so big and powerful, it changes into an amazing fiery orange. Never seen before.
Rescind Shuriken, dude.
Alon's so influenced by Ash's synchronicity that he mimics a blast burn for his final move call. The two moves clash, the silence fills the arena, everyone around the world waiting for someone to break, and... oh my god!
The stagger.
This has got to be the biggest bait in Pokemon history. The never before seen move, the stagger on Charizard, the type advantage of the moves, but it still didn't matter. As you can imagine, or experienced, this had a horrible reaction. Can you blame him? Japanese episode titles always spoil what's gonna happen, and this one was called Kalos League Victory, Satoshi's Ultimate.
That's so true. If you've ever watched One Piece, I couldn't get all the way through it, but it spoils every episode. So, honestly, directors just be mad rage baiters. They be trolling people.
Match. Y'all are really trolling. Dislike bombs on official Pokemon videos, memes flooding the timelines, even threats that I'm not gonna show on screen. Yeah, these niggas were out of pocket. But just like that, our region champion was crowned, and once again, their name was not Ash.
You know, all in all, though, like... Wait, let's get to the whole
as y'all
video.
know, this may have been the climax of the league, but the climax of the season was still to come.
Okay, so it's just his next videos, which I recommend you go watch them. But, honestly, Alon, he kind of deserved the W. Dude was just W rage baiter. Not rage baiter, but more of just, I wouldn't even say hater. He's just on demon time, trying to kill two of Ash's Pokemon. It's crazy work. But yeah, overall, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Have a nice one.